The next option in the drafting feature that we'll talk about is the parting line option. And this option allows you to select a parting line, for example, this split line in the middle of the cylindrical face here. And you can create a draft on either side of the line without affecting the other face. To demonstrate how that works, we'll go into the draft feature. In the manual mode, select the parting line option. The nice thing about the parting line option is the position of the direction of pull doesn't really matter. It's just the orientation of the plane. The parting line itself is where the part will be drafted from, rather than in the neutral plane where it's drafted from the neutral plane. So here we have an option of choosing which side we want to draft. In this case, we'll keep it on the side where the arrow is pointing. And we'll keep the direction of pull outward so that this reduces in size. I'll set this to 3 degrees and click OK. And we can see that that tapers down. Then we'll come back in and choose the draft feature again and do the other side. For the direction of pull, we'll once again select that front face. For the parting line, once again, that center. And we'll go ahead and choose the other face option so that it switches the arrow over. And for the direction of pull in this case, we want to flip it. And sometimes that other face option gets flipped back. You'll just have to keep in mind where the arrow is. So that looks right, and 3 degrees, and we'll click OK. And we see that that tapers down. If we did in fact want the entire draft to go in the same direction, we could flip the direction of pull, and that would taper the draft outward. Now we're going to use the parting line option to also create a draft in the center of this cut extrude here. And to do that, first we'll have to create a sketch for our split line. So I'll go into reference geometries and choose point. And I'm going to select this bottom face, as that is going to be where the split line pierces. And we'll do the same on the other side. And this just makes it easier to create our sketch. We want to create the sketch on the front plane so that it's normal to these faces. And we'll go ahead and use the line tool to draw a line from point 4 to point 5. From there we can come into the Features tab and choose the split line option from the Curves pull down. And for the type of split, we'll choose projection and select out all of these inside faces. And click OK. Now that we have our split line, we can create our parting line drafts. Now we can create our parting line draft. We'll just go back into the draft feature. For our direction of pull, select the right plane, as that's normal to the cut here. And for the parting line, I'll select out one of these edges. And rather than select out all of the edges, for face propagation, we can choose a long tangent. Now I just want to take a look at the direction of pull. Looks like it's going in the wrong direction in this case, and we'll flip that over. And we'll go ahead and set this to 5 degrees. And click OK. And we just want to make sure that draft went in the correct direction. So we'll get out our measuring tool. .66, and the center is 0.7. So we'll just go ahead and flip the direction of pull. And you'll notice that that flips the arrows there, so we'll just go ahead and press other face and just make sure that the correct direction is selected. And now it looks about right. If I measure this out, it looks like it drafted it outward, which is what we wanted. Lastly, we just want to create the same draft on the other side. So we'll once again choose the right plane as the direction of pull. We'll choose the inside edge and choose the along tangent option and choose other face. Make sure the arrows are pointing in the right direction. And then we'll look at the direction of pull. Looks to be correct. Looks like it's going to draft outward toward this direction. And we'll just go ahead and click OK. And if we look at it from the front, it's actually the wrong direction. So once again, I'll go back in the draft, change the direction of pull, press the other face, and click OK. And now if we look normal to this, we can see that it's drafted to the outside.